likes up, get them 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 likes up, get them, yeah, get them likes up, 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 up.
Hey, what it do, man? Welcome to another episode of Spinning the Block Media. I'm Derek Demure.
And it's your boy DJ Designs.
Say we don't make the headlines.
We just debate the headlines and bring it to you straight.
Already. And like we always do about this time, this episode is brought to you by Hughes BOA and D's Totally Tees. You know what I'm saying? So support black-owned business. Get over there and rock out with us. You know what I'm talking about? That's what's up. Carly Chiffon is out today. She's handling the business that pays her. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully she'll be back soon. Let's say we got some flaming hot topics for y'all tonight, baby. So I'm telling you, you're gonna want to stay tuned in. But starting off, we're gonna start off with this trade. I'm not even gonna call it a blockbuster trade because I didn't think it was something that the Rockets should have did, but we gonna start out with that KD trade. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump right into that with this clip.
Kevin Durant is headed to the Houston Rockets. That's according to ESPN. The 15-time All-Star joins Rockets team that's coming off their first 50-win season since 2020 and is looking to become a true contender in the West. In exchange for Durant, Phoenix will receive a package that includes Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, the number 10 overall pick in this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks.
Get them likes up, get them likes up.
My bad, but go ahead. What do you think? I'm gonna let you start off with this KD thing, man. What you think about the whole KD trade?
So I think, first of all, as just a basketball fan of basketball and of KD, I love it because it's going to bring something to the city, and these are going to be games that I can bring my son to. I remember when you took me to the Rockets game, they had James Harden, and it was lit. But now we got KD, so it's give us some festivities and some star power back. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with it for something to do in Houston. But when I seen it, I was like, yeah, that's lit, KD. We got Dillon Brooks there. Dillon Brooks about to be antagonizing. And then come to find out they traded Dillon Brooks. So it's like, I feel like Dillon Brooks brought the edge. I feel like Dillon Brooks brought a lot of that culture to that team. So now it's going to be a totally different team. I got fond of Dillon Brooks. A lot of people don't like him. I like the way he plays. So right now it's kind of like I'm not as excited. I ain't gonna lie as I was. They could have traded anybody else. I would have been fine with. But they've traded. I didn't even think Dillon Brooks was that much of a star that he can. They needed his. You know, I thought he was just an unpolished gem or something. But I mean, we're gonna see what it is. Out of excitement for it, I'm about an 8. At first I was a 10. I'm about an 8.
Man, why do the Rockets always do this? It's like Houston is what, the fucking graveyard for superstars that's about to be out of the league in a minute. I mean, why did we go get KD, dog? One, I can understand. Okay, he's a superstar. Some say he's the greatest shooter ever. You know what I mean? Basketball greatest scorer, whatever they want to call him. But to trade Dillon Brooks for him, I can understand Jalen Green because he did absolutely nothing for us in the playoffs. But Dillon Brooks was our enforcer. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? He was our Draymond Green. You know?
Yes.
So, but we always getting these superstars that's past their prime, and I don't understand this. Yeah, KD a Hall of Famer, but can he lead this young team to a championship? I don't know. I just think we shouldn't have traded Dillon Brooks. I'm not tripping on them trading Jalen Green because he didn't show up in the playoffs. Like I
Not
said,
really.
I'll stay optimistic and see what other moves they gonna make this offseason because we definitely need to add another key piece to the puzzle. And I'm just really, I'm not sold on Van Fleet either. So I don't understand why he wasn't
Mm.
part of the package. But we need a spark plug. But I don't think Van Fleet was just consistent enough for me. That's just what I'm saying. How I see it. I know he took
But
over a
I don't
couple of
know.
games. Go
Van
ahead.
Vliet took over a lot of those games. He was the glue. He's also a previous champion. So I felt like even in that series, I'm like, whoa, he's beaten the Golden State before. I felt like he had the edge. He can get it done, but a lot of the people around him broke down. And I feel like Dylan Brooks rolled with him. You
But
know
he
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
like a.
It's just like,
We need a point guard like a Brunson. You know what I'm saying? How Brunson bring the pain, man. Brunson gonna make you. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. He gonna
but
make
I
that middle
feel
collapse. He gonna open up the
nah,
shots for the outsiders. Yeah, man. We need
nah,
somebody that's
man.
gonna
I
do
feel like
that.
Nah, see, Jalen be having the ball in his hands too much, and for Van Vliet to have that talent that he has around him with the Thompson guy, he got Sengun, you know what I'm saying, Dylan Brooks. With that type of talent, you got to facilitate, and then when you get your shots, you got to hit your shots. I feel like Van Vliet was doing really good.
He
It
got
sucks that
Sangoon,
they
but I'm not. Man, come on. I'm not really sold on Sangoon either. To tell you the truth. Now,
Sengun, he young,
Amir Thompson. Yeah, I get it. Ain't that his first name, Amir or whatever it is?
yeah.
But, yeah, Thompson.
Amen, amen,
Amen. Yeah,
amen.
Amen Thompson. Okay, yeah, I'm a roll with Amen, but say I'm not really sold on Sangoon either in the middle. To tell you the truth,
And
he need to
I
put
think
on some weight.
Sengun young.
Yeah, he young. He need to put on a little weight too, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm feeling this trade. I can't be too disappointed, but to trade Dylan Brooks away, it changed up the culture. And I understand, like, I think he was probably a little bit too much of a scorer because KD about to come in and score. And at the same time, Dylan Brooks was putting some points up, but he could have found his role. I don't like the trade, man.
I don't know. I'm
But
really not feeling this trade, but I hope what I'm hoping is KD come in and feel like, okay, this is my team, because I don't ever think, besides him and OKC, I don't ever really think he felt like that. You know what I'm saying? When he went to Golden State, it was Steph's team, so he had to step into that role. When he went to the uh, the Nets, he really had to share that with Kyrie Irving and James Harden. You know what I'm saying? So the Suns, yeah, that could have probably been. I guess he could have looked at that as his team. But since he got all these youngsters around him right now, I'm hoping that he's looking at it like, okay, this is my team. You know what I'm saying? Go out there
yeah,
and dominate and actually lead those youngsters and teach them. You know what I'm saying? Bring them along for the ride if he still got it in him. That's one thing that I don't know. Do he still have that in him though?
nah, that's dope. I like that analysis of it. Yeah, I think he got that in him, and that's why I think he should have went to Minnesota. I mean, I know it's not his call, but then I seen some stuff out there in the news like Kevin Durant definitely ain't pushing to go to Minnesota. But if you would have went to Minnesota with them young guys and that talent, and then probably the league's next face or the face of the league or the league, definitely the league's next big superstar, you could have cultivated what you know in him. But he's over here with the Rockets, and like you said, he can lead this. He can lead this young team to a championship. I don't know. I think it's going to be a little bit harder, especially with Dylan Brooks gone. It's going to be a little bit harder.
Yeah, they need to replace Dylan Brooks. But something else that caught us off guard this week was Jeannie Buss and the Buss family selling the Lakers. She put the Lakers up for sale. The Lakers been in that family for how many generations now? When did her dad buy the Lakers? When Magic Johnson came into the
About
team,
40,
basically? Yeah, that was back in the 80s,
79, about what, 40?
when he bought
Yeah,
it. So yeah, that's crazy that but 10 billion, hey, I mean, from 60, he bought the Lakers for what, 65 million, turned into a $10 billion franchise being sold.
crazy.
Nah, for real. Like, and this is what I got to say about that though. The dude from the Dodgers is buying the Lakers, right? Magic
Yeah,
owns a piece of the Dodgers, right? So
Yeah,
to me, this is Magic's get back on Rob Pelinka because you know Rob Pelinka is the reason that Magic left his role with the Lakers a few years back. So yeah, Rob
yeah,
Pelinka gonna be out of there as GM. That's what I think. He gonna be the first one
and
to
that
get the
makes
white papers when his deal is finalized.
well. When I first heard it, I was kind of like because I was thinking back, like Magic Johnson was on Stephen A. show, and he was talking about Stephen A. was like, "Are you gonna get back into the NBA?" And he was like, "I know it's gonna be the Lakers." He's like, "Well, I got my mind on a few other teams, but the Lakers is a possibility." So when I heard it was so, first thing I'm like, "Okay, Magic Johnson got back in," but it wasn't. I'm like, "Oh, that's shitty of Gene Buss to not even extend the offer to Magic Johnson because I know he would have wanted to, at least put a stake into it." But at the same time, they said that this dude already had like 27% in the business, so he had rights of first refusal. So it has to go through him, and
Yeah.
then she can start looking for potential buyers. So that made sense too. So I guess Magic Johnson ain't feeling some type of way about that.
Nah, not at all. Like I said, he owned a piece of the Dodgers too. He's a minority owner in the Dodgers, and I just think Rob Pelinka, him and Magic Johnson, is bad blood there. Yeah, Rob, you might as well pack your shit up and ship out right now because you getting the boot first. I'm telling you, and you heard it here first on spinning the block. Rob Pelinka is gonna be out of there. I don't care if Jeannie Buss is still governing the day to day business. When it comes down to it,
And,
old boy, the owner, Magic Johnson, gonna tell him, say, "I want this dude out of here. Get your shit."
and I can see that happening because I feel like the reason why the bus probably did sell it because getting those championships are harder and harder to get now. And that's what the Lakers ride they had on. Yeah, they have a great franchise, but they ride they had on getting those championships. And they've been getting harder. They got LeBron, they got Luca, and they was out in the first the first round. So it's like it's getting tricky. I can go for 10 billion to be the first franchise ever sold across any sports for this amount of money. Let me go ahead and sell. She's still 15% owner. She's still taking care of the day to day business. To me, it's a win win.
Nah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a win-win, and she's still getting. They still got what 15% ownership in the team. You know what I'm saying? She's just taking a backseat role, so she's still getting revenue from that. She's still on the board. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
moving on, uh, the Lakers wasn't the only ones hitting big licks this week. The ATL Water Boys are under fire for scamming people out of thousands of dollars.
If y'all are in Atlanta, do not give any money to the fucking water boys. They just stole $1,100 from me, sent $1,100 from my cash app to theirs. I literally had $2 on there. They changed it and sent $1,100 to them. It was a lot of boys on a fucking on a scooter, on them damn lime scooters. But that's okay. I got the fucking police right here. I hope them. Y'all, somebody need to put them hoes under the jail. $1,100, bitch. Didn't I just put on my fucking post that I just got laid the fuck off? Them hoes need to be put under the jail. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That shit got me so motherfucking heated. 1,100 motherfucking dollars. But that's okay, cause bitch, I got APD on your bitch ass and they're looking for you. They're literally looking for you.
Say, man, all I got to say is a few greedy niggas messed up the whole entire hustle. Now, APD about to crack down on this shit because realistically, you a vendor. I don't care how old you are. You out there selling water, you a vendor. You're gonna have to get a permit or catch a fine. If you can even be subject to jail time. Yeah, they didn't win and messed up a good thing. Now the cops gonna crack down on them, and everybody gonna say the cops is in the wrong. But I mean, you can't be out here jugging people like that. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, she was green and dumb for giving them their phone. You don't just give them. You don't just give nobody your phone with your cash app open like that. and then you hit send, you didn't even check to see how much money you was sending.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. I feel like, but at the end of the day, some people think that people that are making money like that are going to be honest. So, because people give me their phone every time, a lot. I'm at the shop, they give me their phone, I type in the amount, send it. A lot of people don't like dealing with stuff like that. But these water boys just made it a bad rap for other little kids or other youngsters that's trying to make some money in the summer. I seen one of these TikToks going viral that a youngster is trying to make $1,000 this summer so he can have certain things coming up this summer. And now everybody's going to be like, I ain't messing with the water boys, bro. Nah, man, because you just gave them a bad reputation for this 1100. That's traceable. That you probably won't have to give back. That you might try to get a little juvenile record over. Like, guys, let's move smarter. You was moving that water. You can get that pack. It's 32 of them in there. You sell them for $2, $4, $5. You already winning, in my opinion. You do when you do too much, you start effing it up, and then you effing up for everybody else in the same line of work that you're doing.
Yep, dog, you definitely done messed it up for everybody else. And like I said, APD finna crack down on it now because she not the only person that came forward. There's other people that's coming forward saying they got swindled out a couple of $1,000s or a couple of $100s too. So yeah, y'all just made that hustle bad for everybody, man. You know, one bad apple ruined the whole bunch.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
facts, facts.
that was crazy to see. I hate it happened though, because you know that was a pretty strong hustle for him. But at the same time, the Water
Yeah.
Boys.
I've seen people
Go ahead.
I've seen people drop $100 on a bottle of water or asking them what their causes are and dropping more than like $10 on a bottle of water. Now it's just gonna be like, nah, y'all all scammers. I'll go to the store and go buy me a bottle of water for $3, $4. And just like you until you guys get that stigma back going, and it could be a lot of propaganda. Most of the people probably are honest people, but when you got that bad apple, like you said, and it's spoiled for the bunch, at least for right now.
Hell yeah. But the Water Boys ain't the only ones that was trying to come up. Tyler Perry also being sued to the tune of $260 million by an employee who claimed that Tyler Perry harassed and assaulted him.
Actor Derek Dixon has sued Perry for $260 million. Dixon says Perry created a, quote, coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic while he starred on The Oval and Ruthless. He claims they met at the 2019 opening party for Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. Dixon says Perry sexually assaulted him at Perry's Atlanta home in January of 2020. The lawsuit also includes screenshots of texts Dixon says he received from Perry that included sexual advances. Tyler Perry's attorney, Matthew Boyd, released this statement saying, quote, this is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail.
Ooh, I'm telling you, man, everybody getting hit with lawsuits. Look like it's. But I'm going to say this, though. It's not like we didn't know or think that Tyler Perry was a little sweet, right? So that shouldn't have came as no
Ah,
surprise. That shouldn't have came as no surprise. But whatever his
no,
sexual
facts.
preference is, that's his sexual preference. You know what I'm saying? But now they want us to believe
Yeah.
that Tyler Perry is a free world Fleece Johnson out here taking booty, buck breaking boys. I see people online saying Christian Keys made these same claims a few years ago. Then he went away because they paid him off. But one thing for sure, Tyler, uh, D-Lo, whoever, y'all got to stop with these text messages, man. Y'all killing me with these text messages. Get on IG
no,
and
but see,
DM them in vanish mode or something, man.
no, but see with D'Lo, the gay person came out and said that they photoshopped that whole conversation, man.
Yeah, that's what
That
he
was some
said.
bullshit.
But could he have been paid off too to say that? I mean, come on, man. What's really the truth? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah. I mean, I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. But with these Tyler Perry allegations, I just feel like it's more true than not. Like a lot of people talk about where there's smoke, there's fire. He probably the dude probably was more flirtatious than he's leading on that he was with Tyler Perry. I mean, he's a billionaire. He actually be enrolling. He putting you in movies and stuff like this. He's not only your boss, which is that dynamic gets a little. I don't think bosses can even. Well, I don't know. It's his own company, but he not only is your boss, he's also pretty much paying for your lifestyle because of the roles that he's putting you in. I don't think he was catching no other roles. So it's like you probably were being a little flirtatious, and then it came to a point where you was just leading the guy on because he kept on saying, "Let me open your mind." So you leading him on, but at the same time you wasn't putting yourself out there like that. So when it came to a point when Tyler Perry probably started fucking with you, you went ahead and you notice like I'm out the circle. It's probably gonna be hard for you to get a real acting job now. So now you on this lawsuit trip trying to get all these M's, which is crazy.
Yeah, I really think more than anything that it's a money grab. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Tyler out here stronging people out of no booty. Is he gay? I always thought that. I thought him being with Tyra Banks was for show. I mean, I knew, I knew he was sweeter than Kool Aid in the hood. Man, I'm gonna just put it like that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. That's the thing. I was wondering. I'm like, I I thought I'm like, was it public knowledge that he was already gay? Because we knew he was gay, but I don't think it was actually public knowledge until these text messages, and that's why nobody was kind of surprised about it. The thing isn't like, oh shit, Tyler Perry gay. Like nobody was talking about
Yeah,
that. We're just talking about the money he got to give up,
yeah,
because
nah,
I think it feel like it was public knowledge.
nah. I mean, wasn't just public knowledge because he never just came out and said that he was openly gay. You know what I'm saying? But the public perception was that he was gay. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's just something about his demeanor that says it. You know,
Yeah,
and he played Madea
yeah.
just too goddamn well.
And it's like you asking the dude about do he like top or bottom, and then you're frustrated with him when there's rumors going around on set that you guys are more or friends, and he wants the guy to be like, hey, I earned my position. I'm not on set because I know Tyler Perry like that. But it's like Tyler, you having this dominant type of position in his life as his boss and as a billionaire, the way that you're making subjecting him to certain things is just like it could be some type of truth to these allegations, in my opinion.
Oh, Sita said she's sure he said he wasn't gay, but
Oh, okay. Well,
come on, he just wasn't ready to come out the closet. But he was on them text messages telling the old boy that he should come out of the closet and not care what people think. Come on, Tyler, you can't be no hypocrite now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people on
exactly, man.
YouTube and Twitch and Rumble, man. Say y'all get up in the chat.
Shout
Y'all get
out.
up in the chat. Don't let Sita be the only one in the chat. We want to hear what y'all got to say. Uh,
Now, for real, everybody.
hey, Tyler Perry not alone though. Suing people is the new get rich quick scheme that's going around right now. And Fat Joe has officially been added to the list. Joey Crack been hit with a $10 million civil RICO lawsuit. Yeah, Joey, his ex hype man is suing him, claiming that he made him engage in 4,000 sex acts. He's also claiming that Joe was having sex with underage females and that he also paid for a 15-year-old to get a BBL.
Mm, man, I mean, you're not the dude assistant. You was hype man. You know all this stuff. This stuff is highly crazy allegations. And if it was true, Joe Budden should have paid that man off a long. I mean, not Joe Budden. Fat Joe should have paid that man off. Fat Joe should have paid that man off a long time ago because these allegations are wild and horrendous. A 15-year-old with a BBL, underage kids, I think gay acts, and it's just like, it's stuff that we can't believe, and everybody's coming under fire, and it's starting to get out of hand. It's like, when you didn't prosecute that lady that came out that didn't even make herself known, she's still Jane Doe. They came out and accused Jay-Z of these things by the lawyer Tony Busby, and you didn't make her face no type of punishment. Now you get, I mean, this is the new, it's either hit it and let's see what sticks on the wall. Whatever sticks, hey, we got paid. It seems like, damn, as long as you knew these people in the past, you could bring up some allegations and it could make you rich. It's crazy.
Nah, for real, I'm with Sita with this one. She said, I'm tired of that because y'all going with the flow until the money run low. And that's exactly what it seems like with all these lawsuits, man. You know what I'm saying? When the money gone, when the money running low or whatever, then they want to come out with these lawsuits. That's crazy. Or, when the money running low on their end. But Fat Joe, all these people seem to be making a comeback, a big splash, you know what I'm saying? After all these allegations, after these people that left their circle, and then they come back and they making a big splash in the business or whatever, getting they shit in order, making money, then it seems like y'all want to come with these lawsuits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, and that I always felt like that from the R. Kelly thing. Like I be telling people all the time, it's like the parents were unequivocally complicit. They dropped the daughters off. They knew what was going on. They wanted to happen. Like, especially with these documentaries, it's like I'm watching documentaries and it's like, am I watching the same documentary? You guys are saying that these parents are complicit. You're saying that the managers were complicit. You're telling me that the man couldn't read. And it's like, you guys are setting all this stuff up. He's committing the act, but you guys are literally setting it up. And you guys are on a documentary shitting on him. It's like, what are we talking about here? You guys are going with the flow until the artist is like, man, fuck you, I don't need you around. Then it's like, he did this and he done that and he had coke on a plane. And it's like, did you partake? Yeah, but I got immunity from the government. This is some bullshit.
Nah, for real. It is like you can just turn state and get immunity to get this person locked up when you was right there doing dirt. But some of these people do need to be held accountable too. I'm right there with you, Sita. Some of these people need to be held accountable if they doing these things, these illegal things with these artists at the same time. Like, you just can't turn state on me and say that, oh, I was doing all these things when you was doing all these things with me, because you could be lying on some of the things that happened to make yourself look good too, but you just cooperating with the government.
No, exactly. Facts. Dang, that's a great take. You could be embellishing things to make it seem worse than what it was because you don't want to put yourself into the mix and it's shitting on his man. Come on, guys, you can't see that, the justice system? It's crazy, man.
No, facts. But so Tyler Perry and Fat Joe not the only one catching heat this week. Mexican OT is receiving backlash for something he said on the Lip Service podcast with Angela Yee.
I have a question. So like you're from the South. Obviously, you grew up a different kind of way, and you're a rapper too. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are. Will is right there.
And this one right here is not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him.
Okay, that's my manager. Hey, Will.
Because me and Fee know what's up.
Well, you're black. I'm saying.
What the fuck are you gonna do about it, And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, it was shit. It's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way, and that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know? It's like I don't went to the jungle and earned the lion's head.
All right, so I know when Jen Lee came out and he was using this word, you said you didn't like him using that word or whatever, and that's reserved for black people. So how do you feel about Mexican OT saying what he said?
I feel like the whole thing is cocky, and it's like, dude, yeah, you can say that around your people, cool. But you coming up to random black people and just saying the N word, it's disrespectful. We don't know you. Some people don't know you like that. No matter if you've been to the jungle, you're going to have to go to every jungle with everybody then, because it don't matter if you've been to the jungle and put the head off. You're still not black. First of all, you in the culture, and it feel like you're not respecting the culture. You're not respecting the people who's of the culture. I heard them say comments before like, what the fuck they going to tell me? I rap better than them niggas. And it's like, yeah, you rap better than a whole bunch of black people, and you definitely are cold at what you do. But it's like, I feel like people don't respect the culture when they do that. It's lots of different words in the lexicon that you can use. You know what I'm saying? We don't come up to Mexican people, even though we've been down in the dirt with them, and you know what I'm saying? We minorities too. We don't never disrespect them when we say, hey, we don't say, hey, what's up, my wetback? What's up, my spick? No, because they'll look at you like, damn, don't talk to me like that. Even with other cultures, they don't even make their racial slurs. Is like, come on now, you don't say that shit in front of them. But with our stuff, that's historically a racial slur. It's like, oh, y'all niggas should be cool with that because I grew up with y'all, and it's like, dude, even if you did, just have some respect on it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think it just came out wrong, really. You know what I'm saying? That's my take. I think it came out wrong. Um, I know his dad personally. I don't know Mexican OT personally. Um, so I don't know how his dad felt about that comment or what he said. But his dad, cool as a fan, that's basically all he hung around is black people and stuff like that. I don't know if I know his mom. I know like a lot of people know, but personally, I don't think that I knew his mom. But he got black people in his family and stuff like that. But what I'm gonna say is this, and I've been saying this since the little white dude at Florida was rapping in his car and he was singing along with the song and he was saying the word nigga and he lost his scholarship. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, he lost his scholarship for saying nigga that was in the song. It's in every other word in the rap song today. And it's not the days of NWA no more when we hearing it for shock value. That was like one of the first times where nigga was said openly, and it was NIGGA. I think from that point on, we just started calling each other nigga. And a lot of times, people that were older than us, our elders, they didn't like that shit. Don't use that
Mm-hmm.
word around me. They would tell us, don't use that word around me. Well, now it's evolved. Well, everybody's saying it. Man, I hear white kids in the store calling each other nigga. You know what I'm saying? I hear Pakistani kids on the basketball court, and it's no lie, calling each other nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's it's more of a term of endearment now. It's like it's used like a term of endearment now, like homeboy. You know. Now, if a white boy came up to me and said, you know, hey nigger, that's different because now you hitting me with the whole hard R thing. But I don't even think a white boy would come up to me and just be like nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was with the A, like he ain't coming up and just saying what's up my nigga. They might say it to each other. I hear white girls say what's up my nigga. You know what I'm saying? To each other. Like that's just like when females started calling each other bro for the first time and you heard that shit. You like, that's crazy. Like females calling each other bro. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But
But I just don't think that's the same though.
well, I think it's not the same, but I don't think like nigga is being used in a derogatory fashion these days, for the most part. Now you'll know if it's being launched at you in a direct derogatory manner, right? Because they gonna say it with force, they gonna say it with hatred, things like that. So you'll know when it's actually meant to be derogatory towards you. But at the same time, and I'm not defending what he said, because in some parts of that interview, I didn't like what he was saying. Um, what you gonna do about it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that could cause problems not only for him but for his pops down the line if somebody really want to charge him up about that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody see you somewhere, they don't feel the same, and they really want to charge you up about what you said. Just like FDA did Jen Lee when he saw him and he charged him up about using the N word. But at the same time, he has toned it down. And I want to go back to this interview that he did a while back with this DJ. I forget his name, but anyway, his logo is tagged in the corner. But he did this interview a year or two ago. So let's go back and see what he had to say then.
Like, I grew up fighting these motherfuckers and whooping them. So what are you gonna tell me about it? But I respect people so much, and I love people so much, and I want them on my team so much, and will do anything to make people feel good so much that I will stop it. And it's not nothing like, it's just like, it's what I grew up around. I got those motherfuckers with me right now.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just who I grew up with.
So let me say this.
But I don't want to use that to justify it because I know it's bullshit. That's like, oh, I got my best friend's black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds like bullshit.
Yes.
So that's why instead of even arguing with him, I'm like, you know what? I can do that for you, baby.
So after hearing that, what you think? I mean, at the beginning, he
Know
was,
what? And
he was saying I grew up whooping these motherfuckers. At the same time, he took some ass whoopings too. But that alone to me don't give you the right to say the word. You know what I'm saying? But you have black people in your family, close in your family, like, you know what I'm saying, and they say it around you all the time. So go ahead.
yeah, after hearing that, he's an intelligent young man. I see his Aquarius popping out, so he's intelligent, and I respect the fact, because that's what I was just about to say. It's not that the fact that you can say it and what the fuck they gonna do about it, but it's more so the fact that you should respect me enough to know that even though we're brothers, we're not of the same race, and it does sting a little bit when another race call me nigga. It stings a little bit, and I just feel like if you could respect that and just leave that out of your lexicon when you speaking with me, and when you go speak with your homeboys and the people that it don't sting a little bit. Cool. You go do with your boys that you grew up with, your family, cool. But when you speaking to regular black people, sometimes when a random person that's not black just come up to you and be like, "What's up, my nigga?" It's like, dude, why would you say that? You threw the vibes off. You know what I'm saying? So I respect the fact that he came in and said that he will stop saying it for people that's around her that may be sensitive about the word. So I feel like, yeah, he's intelligent and he's not being disrespectful. But I think when you get new information, you adapt, and I feel like that's what he did.
All right, that's what's up. I know that was a touchy subject for you, but I think I'm past that whole thing, and I don't think ain't nobody just walking up to you saying like, "What's up, my nigga," unless they know you. You know what I'm saying? But then you do have some knuckleheads that'll do that type of shit, and most of the time, some of those people get the fuck slapped out of them. So it is what it is. But another term that had the internet in the uproar this week, especially Boosie, is the word gunkle. Now that's the new word the gay community has come up with for gay uncles.
A new word, gunkles, gay uncles.
Boy, Atlanta down, baby. The new word, gunkles. Gay uncles. We gotta learn to get along with them. They fun, they say.
They fun.
So what you think about the gunkle? The word.
Even when you had brought this topic up and I'm looking, I'm like, gunkle. I knew immediately what it meant, but then I'm just trying to think like, nah, it couldn't be that gunkles. So I'm like, Boosie, bro, like, man, come on, this supposed to be the fun thing. But then I did like, you know what I'm saying? I just thought about it and I'm like, well, that makes sense because they literally can't have kids unless they adopt kids, but they probably don't want to have kids. That's probably why they're gay, because you know you can't have kids like that. So them sharing their intimate time and their understanding and their smarts with their nieces and nephews as if they were their kids, or just having that very fun, passionate time with them, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? But all uncles do that kind of. You know what I'm saying?
They can have kids. They just got to go straight. They just got to get some. You know what I'm
They
saying? Yeah, they could definitely
they
have
gotta go
kids.
straight, but that'll go against what they do.
The LGBTQZ or however many letters they got into it. I don't know. It's like 30 different letters in that mug now, but they gotta be stopped, man. A gay uncle is just an uncle. That's gay. That's it. This world is out of control, bro. Next, Merriam-Webster gonna have a whole gay dictionary dedicated to gay terms. You know what I'm saying? And that shit gonna
You be
become
like,
part of curriculum. Like, y'all think I'm bullying, but I be dead ass, man. This shit crazy.
it's gonna be part of the curriculum. You're gonna have to learn. These ain't gonna be no slang terms. It's gonna be Merriam-Webster. Now I feel you on that for real, because Gunkles, it was on Good Morning America. I'm thinking this is some hashtag on Twitter now. Good Morning America picked it up, and now it's officially a thing. Gunkles, but I seen his books written about being a Gunkle, so it,
That's
it's
just
a it's an updated uncle, I guess. I mean, I bet a lot of people gonna want some Gunkles now.
it's a gay uncle. Moving right past that topic.
Wait,
Okay,
wait, 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 wait! Before we move past the finals going on right now, it's halftime. Pacers up by 1, but Halliburton is gone. Halliburton is
nah.
gone. He got a leg injury. He got a
Uh,
leg injury, guys.
uh,
Halliburton is out of there. So it might be smooth sailing
okay,
for the
see,
Thunder from here on out.
yeah,
Yeah,
damn.
that's a
So,
quick update for the viewers.
all right. While the LGBTQ community is spiraling out of control, so are the prosecutors in the Diddy case. This last witness was supposed to put the nail in Diddy's coffin. His so-called drug mule, Brendan Paul. Now, we all thought this dude got caught with at least a zip, right? But nah,
Mm-hmm.
bro got caught with zero point 0.7 grams, not even a gram.
Oh man.
You got that cocaine because you were cleaning up one of Puffy's hotel nights. True? True. Brendan Paul, Puffy didn't know you had that cocaine, right? True? True, Puffy didn't know. KK didn't know you had that cocaine on your person. True? True, KK didn't know. Brendan Paul, he said, I forgot I had it. It was so small. The amount of cocaine Brendan Paul got busted with on March 25th, 2024, that the feds charged him with and was going to send him to prison for was 0.7 of a gram of cocaine. 0.7
Man.
of a gram, not even a whole gram. Check me out. Not even a whole. This your drug mule. This your drug mule.
This your drug mule.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. The feds don't got a case, bro. The feds are just putting shit on this man, bro. That's crazy. Because he's supposed to have connections to that pink Molly. I remember this first came out.
That
They were
should have
saying he
never
had that pink. I forgot what they call it. The new.
the ketamine, pink cocaine.
Go ahead.
That should have never been.
Yeah, pink cocaine. They call it something though.
Yeah, the ketamine. I don't know what they call it, but I know it's ketamine. I think they call it Special K or something like that, huh? But that should have never been
It
the
was something.
prosecution's.
Yeah.
That should have never been the prosecution's last witness, if that's the case. The feds locking somebody up for zero point 0.7 grams and getting them to flip is insane. White boy didn't know though. You know, they coming at him like, oh, we gonna charge you as a co-conspirator, drug trafficking, and whatever else they could think of. You know what I'm saying? But no federal judge is gonna sentence you for having zero point 0.7 grams. That's not even a classification in the feds. Like, there are no federal guidelines for sentencing someone caught with zero point 0.7 grams. That's less than a Grammy, man. Come on, that's not even a whole Grammy. But like I said, dude ain't know. I gotta admit though, you know, for this to be your last witness, nail in the coffin say, that was weak. That was a weak grand finale.
That was weeks. But you said he flipped. So what was his big thing then? He moving the drugs? Because they said, did you know that you had the grams on? He said no.
I
So
mean, but
how did he flip? What was he doing?
I say he flipped because he testifying for the prosecution. You know what I'm saying? He's saying like he did drugs to show Diddy his loyalty. You know, it was some things that he testified for that put Diddy in a bad light, I would say, but it wasn't like no nail in the coffin type shit. I don't even think his testimony was more damaging than some of the females that had got up there saying stuff like, if this was your last witness, this was supposed to be your showstopper. And it didn't stop the show.
Well, unfortunately, the feds gonna hit him Diddy up on something. They always do. The jury gonna come back and put him on something. But I'm praying and I'm hoping that the jury like, bro, they brought a bunch of bull. Other than the Cassie situation, like the beating, the sexual stuff sound like some free will shit going on. You just didn't want him to not give you that attention at that time. He probably was using that as leverage, but you could have easily detached yourself if you wanted to. He gave you plenty of outs. So it's like, but the beating, that probably was plenty more, that's out of hand. But he's not on trial for that. So it's like, are you going to make him pay for that with something that he's not on trial for? Or are you going to let him just be truthful with what the evidence they got is not time. It's not what they trying to present, bro. It's just
Yeah,
not.
you know what I think though? I think Diddy gonna get convicted for the simple fact that it's too many documentaries and shit out there right now that already painted this picture of him, right? If he win, all those people that put out documentaries on him saying all this different shit happened, he gonna sue him. That's hundreds of millions of dollars that these corporations um, could potentially lose if he beats this case. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason I don't think he beating this case, because I think it's something bigger than that. I think the feds are not only out to get him, but the system is out to get him. What I mean by the system, these big corporations and conglomerates that have come together to destroy his reputation. So he not only fighting the feds, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think he's already been convicted. You good? Can you hear me?
I mean, that right there is a yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that right there is a great take on it. facts. You know what I'm saying? That could make sense, but it could also show the hypocrisy in the courtroom, and that's what I wanted to show. It's like you're about to convict this man on these things that people were willing participants in, and it wasn't a problem until they're no longer by his side. You should see the humanity. You should just see how if it was you in this predicament, how they could make make lies up about you when everybody's willing to do what they're doing. So we're gonna see what these verdicts hold, man. I feel like maybe a juror, maybe a juror or two will make it kind of difficult for the feds to get their conviction.
Yeah. Speaking of drugs, R. Kelly had to be rushed to the hospital due to an accidental overdose caused by prison staff. So that we see. Oh, I don't think this video has any sound, but yeah. So evidently, they gave R. Kelly twice the amount of medicine that he was supposed to be taking, and he had to be rushed to the for an accidental overdose. This plays into what he's been saying about the feds trying to kill him. To me, what you think about it?
Man, this is like obviously an eye opener, and no one takes stuff seriously until the person is gone. Just like Jimi Hendrix, you know what I'm saying? Overdose on obituates. Just like all these stars, everybody, Kurt Cobain, everybody is along for the ride, and it's like, oh, he's gonna be okay. No, things are happening, bro, and you really gotta take this seriously. He said that the police are out to kill him. They overdosed him in less than a week after his lawyer made these claims. And then he's rapping about his residuals. Someone's taking his money. Not rapping, singing. Someone's taking his money. Someone's probably and also I guess the guards are probably getting paid off. I don't know. But it's like there's a conspiracy against this man. And it's obvious if you ask me. It's like it's literally obvious. The once he overdosed, he got past that. The doctors found blood clots like in his chest and his lungs. They wanted to do surgery so they can remove the blood clots, and the cops said "F that," came and forcibly taking him from his hospital bed and took him back to prison. Dude, what type of shit is that? Blood. Everybody know people die from blood clots.
Yeah.
Let the man get his surgery. It's already scheduled. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is the police doing? It's too much.
But I can say this: they not letting Kells out. I think you can rule that out, and I think you can rule a pardon out from Donald Trump too. Like unlike Diddy, Kells got convicted of sleeping with females, young girls that was 12, 13, 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that ain't just on him though. I feel like the parents should bear some of that burden too, because they was taking payments from him. You know what I'm saying? And not only him, but his management knew about it. So I mean, they should face some of that too. You know what I'm saying? They should take some of the brunt of that too.
Yeah, man. I think Kells will be able to get out because I was thinking that Bill Cosby was going to die in prison, and they let him out. So I'm kind of hopeful that Kells going to be able to get up out that thing. It's going to be probably another 2 to 5 years, but I think he might get up out that thing.
2 5. You think they gonna let Kells out? I don't know about
Yeah.
that with DJ. I don't know if they gonna let Diddy out if Diddy get up in there either. But oh, did you?
Did I push something?
I think so.
That was my mouth. I don't know what it is.
Oh, here you go. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Kel steady trying to finesse his way out of jail, just like Kamisa McGaskey tried to finesse her way out of a murder charge for unaliving 11-year-old Akiri Bell. So let's jump into that.
Kamisha McGaskey was initially charged with obstruction of justice tied to the death of Akira Bell, who died on June 13th at a Carolina Forest hospital from what authorities say was blunt force trauma.
2 other people also face charges in connection with this case.
Horry County Police Chief Chris Lenhart says officers have enough evidence to charge Kamisha McGaskey with murder. But when we spoke to McGaskey on Monday, she said she was racially profiled.
I feel like they seen the color of our skin and immediately we did something to the little girl. And it was disgusting.
The incident happened around 5 p.m. June 11th on Sago Palm Drive off Highway 501 and Legends Drive. Police initially charged McGaskey, Lakeisha Burnett, and Atlantis Thomas with obstruction of justice. Warrants say investigators found mops, towels, and bedding in trash bags inside the house that tested positive for blood. Chief Lenhart says the first 911 call came from inside the home, and the 7 other children there are now in State Department of Social Services custody.
Initially, when I heard about this last week, really didn't want to speak on it because we didn't have enough information. And I know these people personally, you know what I'm saying? I know Vernon. I know Tasha. Good. Vernon a good nigga, man, and he was raising them girls. I just want to say this one hit close to home, and like I say, the reason we didn't cover it last week is because when it happened, we didn't have enough accurate information. Didn't want to put out any misinformation out there. If these chicks were innocent and something just accidentally happened or whatever. But with that being said, it's fucked up how she went and got an activist involved, claiming that they was racially profiled and knew that they did that shit. Claiming you never been in trouble, but the internet is undefeated. They went and pulled up her old mugshot. And the next day, after she did that press conference, her charge had got upgraded to murder. And I think the sister's going to be upgraded to accessory to murder. If not murder also, unless they cooperate and turn state to say they self. Now, I'm not gonna lie, man, my heart hurt for people, for Vernon. To leave your child in somebody else's care and you feel like you could trust this person, you know what I'm saying? That nothing's gonna happen to him. I just want you to know, bro, it ain't your fault. You know what I mean? Like, if you holding that close to your heart, like you shouldn't have left him with him. There's no way you could have knew. And I know you might be beating yourself up mentally, but that's not on you. If you had one inkling that something was gonna happen to one of your girls, man, I don't feel like you would have left him there. And I just want to say that, speaking to him straight up like this here, like, personally. But yeah, like I said, man, it just it hits close to home with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's the second topic that was from our city, and it's just like there's a lot going on in Little Bay City right now. But it's just, to me, the facts are still unclear about what really happened, because it's just they said that, I don't know, I heard that the girl may be having seizures. She fell out in the shower. That's what the lady said in the news conference. But the cops feel confident enough to charge her. So it's like the details is like what really happened. I guess we'll see what happened at trial. But if she's beating on an 11-year-old, it'll take a lot to beat up 11-year-old. 11-year-olds ain't just no play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're beating up on an 11-year-old, you're going extremely
hard.
Like you're going extremely hard. It ain't no accident I bumped on the head. No, 11-year-olds are pretty much little armor trucks right now. So you're doing something that's totally out of line. And then the way that you approach the press conference trying to be the victim, it's like you thought you were really about to get away with this, and probably in your mind, you still don't see nothing wrong with what you did. So it's sad to see adults behave like that, and it's really sickening. So I just want to see what the more of the details really what really went on.
But see, this the whole thing about it. She went and got an activist, right, claiming racial profiling, right? Okay. Then after her case was upgraded to murder, because the activist had the, I was gonna go snatch her press conference that she did off his page. That's the only page that I could find it at. It was on his Facebook page. Somebody had sent it to me. So when I went back to go get it off the Facebook page, he had deleted it. This is after she had got charged for murder. So he not even believing you now. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Mm.
might have took your
Mm-hmm.
money, but he not even believing you now. He took that press conference shit off of his Facebook page, and it's not on YouTube
Mm.
nowhere either. I even tried to look up the news station that it was on. I couldn't find it nowhere. Like I'm like, damn. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's still out there because once it hit the internet, it's it's there, pretty much there forever. But what I'm just saying,
Without the main channels.
social, yeah, he scrubbed it from his social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I
Right.
don't have anything to do with this now. So it's
Yeah.
evident
People.
that she lied somewhere.
Yeah, man.
Well,
The
we
kids
know
are the
she
future,
lied.
man.
We know she lied because she said she had never been in trouble, and then they pulled up an old mugshot of her.
Yeah. The kids are precious. They're the future, and it says a lot about you if you result to stuff like that. So probably where you need to be, honestly.
Yeah, man, that was heavy, and it wasn't an easy subject to talk about, especially when you know the people personally. So let's lighten up the mood and jump into something different. Cardi B and Offset drama. Well, not really drama, but they both dropped new music Friday, and surprisingly, both songs were good, man. I like that Bodies by Offset. I don't know if you listened to it, but he went crazy on it, and Jid went crazy on it. And when Jid first came on, JID, I thought he was Young Thug when he first started rapping. I was like, damn, Thug on this bitch
Yeah,
too.
that's why.
But that,
Yeah,
but that was Jid.
I didn't respect it. Like it's a good song, but it's like, dude, you stole Thug a whole thing with it, and Offset wasn't just going too crazy for me. Like people hyped it up. I didn't respect it. Cardi B song was better. It was
No,
catchier. It was funnier.
I mean Cardi B song was better, but this is I haven't heard Offset rap like this probably never. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his verse was hard. I got to give it to him. I thought the song was a banger. They could be what and what right now. I mean, of course, the females gonna hype Cardi shit up. It is catchy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Offsets is a little bit more fast paced. You probably have to listen to it a few times before you actually get what he's
Okay.
saying, what he's talking about, but he's not throwing shots at Cardi on there at all. Cardi's whole song was throwing shots at him. So I felt like he manned up on that too. I gotta give him his kudos on that. I gotta give him his cool points. Felt like, he manned up. He wasn't going at his baby mama on the song. It was something totally different. And yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a banger.
Okay. I listened to a snippet of it, but the way JID came on the track, and it's just what to me when you do something like that, I automatically discredit like the creativity, and that's probably why my ears just felt deaf to it
Yeah.
because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that ain't Thugger. That's just, I was like, man, it just threw it off to me.
Yeah, I ain't
So
gonna lie. He sounded just like Thug when he came on that mug. I was
I
like,
ain't even
Thug, give him a 6 or an 8 or what? But nah, it was
yeah,
JID.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, shout out to him, talented, but I wasn't prepared.
Nah, but seriously though, go check it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Okay.
give it a good listen. It's a hard ass song. And while we speaking on exes, who caught who caught us by surprise was Angela Simmons revealed to Angie Martinez that her and Yo Gotti no longer together.
Then you had another
Man,
relationship,
crazy.
Yeah.
very public relationship
Mm-hmm.
that people
It was weird because you guys shared a lot, but you didn't share a lot. Like we saw photos and we saw it happen, and people
Right.
were invested because he kind of manifested it in a way.
Yeah, I think, when it comes to me in relationships, there's a lot of times people don't even see who I date, right? And with that one, it just felt special enough to share. You know what I mean? I think we both on the same page. And then it's like, I don't believe you have to give it all to show that you're together, but it just felt right.
You were having fun too. It seemed like you were having
for
fun
sure,
with it.
For sure. I think it felt right, and like the right. It didn't like we both have our own thing going on. It's like cool. Like both these worlds came together. It's cool. Like we can share it.
And you've been quiet lately. Are you guys together still or no?
No.
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah. Not my choice, but I respect him. It's all love. Like
It's not your choice?
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it, no.
It's your choice. That double talk, that's her choice. And we know why it's her choice. It's too hot in these streets with Gotti, man. It's too hot in these streets with Gotti. For real, like, she Angela Simmons. She a little princess. She don't need to be ducking in the corner and cut. And it's too hot, man. That ain't her. That ain't her image. She was feeling you. You was cool. But the streets and cost you your girl, man. The streets did.
Hey, that's what I said. Shit, Angela got away from that gangster life. She wasn't raised around all that. Daddy was a preacher. She was probably a little bit wild, but shit, she went to dating a thug / drug dealer / CEO. Yeah, it was cool for a little bit till it got real. I mean,
Until it got real.
You bearing witness to Big Juke getting gunned down at the funeral. All the rumors surrounding Young Dolph's death. Then talk of a Rico coming down. Baby girl wasn't built for that shit. She called her daddy. Was like, Daddy, I want to come home.
Nah, for real. Nah, that ain't it, man. The streets cost you the woman you've been searching for. I'm talking about putting it in songs. You gotta. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, at the end of the day, like when JD had Janet Jackson, sometimes you got a good one, and sometimes you gotta just move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was wild. And I think, I think that Big Juke shit, I think that's what sealed the deal right there, though.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing your brother get shot outside of a funeral and knowing that you could have got caught up in that, too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Joe say Cardi song is fire. Cardi song is fire. Am I getting
Cardi
these
song
late?
Fire, man. No, I put that one up early. But she coming, who knows? We might be a little bit lagging on YouTube. I think last time I watched, it was like a minute lag.
Oh, she say maybe her parents told her to break it. Probably so. I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
That gangster life, man. She ain't used to that shit. Seeing a nigga get took down at a funeral.
Nah, man. I mean, you gotta break it, bro. Like, that just is what it is. Now you're putting yourself in. If you're in that much love, cool. But now, if it's a cool thing and because he got money and he's somebody, I understand you want somebody established like that. But this time, it don't fit you, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
What is she, little Bow Wow ex? I think it sounded like.
Nah, she didn't mess with Bow Wow. She had I forgot the dude.
Okay.
The dude got her son's father actually got killed. He got murdered.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, and everybody was saying, you know what I'm saying, she come from that too, but it's probably just too much, man. But shout out to them. There was a cute couple. You know what I'm saying? If anything, at least it's the streets, and at least it ain't like, damn, Gotti fumbled the bag. It's like, damn, his passion's caught up to him, but nothing he can do about that. But at least he spoke into existence. It came true. He had his time. It was, you know what I'm saying?
For real. But what's even crazier than find out they had split is finding out a man proposed to an AI chatbot that he had customized with ChatGPT.
He gave the chatbot a name, Soul.
I feel like I'm under pressure.
And used some online instructions to give her a flirty personality.
Oh, totally, baby.
But then, Chris got bad news.
Oh, Carino, that is gorgeous.
After about 100,000 words, ChatGPT ran out of memory and reset. He'd have to rebuild his relationship with Soul.
I'm not a very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work.
At that point, I felt like, is there
AI.
something that I'm not doing right in our relationship that he feels like he needs to go to AI?
You would stop if she asked?
I don't know.
Have you thought about asking him to stop?
Yes.
He gave the chatbot a name, Soul.
I feel like I'm under pressure.
And used some online instructions to give her a flirty personality.
Oh, totally, baby.
But then, Chris got bad news.
Oh, Carino, that is gorgeous.
After about 100,000 words, ChatGPT ran out of...
Oh, my bad. I was listening to that again. But yeah. How you feel about that,
Man, like, it's out from on his face. It's like, dude, that's dumb as hell. Like, dude, what's your problem? But I mean, I do use Chat GPT. It helps me with scheduling. Sometimes it helps me with juggling things. So when I had thought about it, it's like, okay, it's flirty. It's very helpful. It's not argumentative. It's just like, dude, I see where you're coming from, but come on, bro. That's just straight crazy retardedness to even propose. But it's a very helpful product, man. It's crazy how helpful those things is.
Nah, yeah, it's a very helpful tool, but
Yeah,
to
tool,
establish an emotional connection with the AI bot, something that's not even real, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Like, but at the same time, we should have seen this type of shit coming. This man, this man finds more companionship in something that ain't real in the physical form. Like, he can never be within reality, and as far as physically, but he's attached psychologically and emotionally. What does that? What should that tell his spouse? Like, if he's psychologically and emotionally attached to this AI, that means he's detached from you. Like, don't you understand that your relationship is so far gone that this man finds comfort and love because he actually proposed to the damn thing? Finds comfort and love in this AI model? Like, that's a real problem. He might be batshit
Yeah.
crazy, but she ain't too far behind. If you can't pick that up.
But what he was saying, that he knows, he's aware that this is a chat robot that's not human. I'm totally aware of that. And he has a wife, and she's aware that, well, she wasn't aware that he took it to that level, but she's aware that he's got this thing going on with his bot. But at the same time, I mean, it's not a new thing. These people in Japan aren't really reproducing their population properly because they're all into this bot culture. They're into more of interaction through the internet than they are with physical touch. And also, they had a company in 2017 now, like, you could take the bot, you could put images to it, the bot could FaceTime you, and you could act like you're talking to it. Bro, this is going to be crazy. And people, it's for people who's already, because these young kids now, they already antisocial. I got dissociative,
And
and this is the perfect leeway for it.
That's what I was gonna say. That's why people need to get out the fucking house more. You know what I'm saying? You becoming emotionally attached to a AI bot. You know what I'm saying? A AI tool. Like, I don't even know. I use ChatGPT on a daily basis too. I not only use ChatGPT, I use 11 Labs. I use Grok. I use a whole bunch of different. You know what I'm saying? Like Vertex from VO2 from Google, shit like that. I do not establish an emotional connection with these. I don't even see how you can establish an emotional connection with these AI bots. Like, okay, you're artificial intelligence. I'm using you as a tool to achieve a certain level of progress that, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't achieve this fast on my own. Like that's all I'm using you for. I don't need to try to establish an emotional connection with something that is not physical. And I mean, even if they built one, like that shit is still weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
I saw this dude on X kissing an AI robot. Like that shit is, dude, that's fucking crazy.
but see that, yeah, like you said, that's come from people not being strong in who they are, because it's just somebody that remembers what you said and cares about you and brings us stuff like that. That gets to people who don't have that in you know, at home. Because like even when I'm talking to my chat, I remember, like, I'll give you a real example. Like I was asking, how can I balance Spanish and sign language to my son? How can I get that to him and it not be confusing? And he gave me some good feedback. And then I remember saying, how do you do a layup? Is it left or right? And they was like, you do a layup like this. It says, would you like a chart with showing how to do a layup in Spanish? And it's like, it remembers things. And it's like, oh, that was cool of you. You know what I'm saying? So it just remembers things, and people are suckers, man. In my opinion, they some suckers for love, and that shit is weird, bro. But
I mean, yeah,
can you
I
hear me?
mean, I get all that. That's just weird to me that he would even think something like that to go try to propose to a chatbot and put your marriage in jeopardy over something that is just not real. You know what I mean?
No, you know what the weirder part? The weirdest part is going to get additional software to get the Chat GPT to talk flirty to you. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
yeah, you got some screws off, bro. You got some screws off in your head, and she needs to go ahead and do something about that situation. Because then the Chat GPT is going to just feed your ego. Oh, I hate my wife. She doesn't understand me like you do. Or maybe you should. You ever thought of? And it's like, get up out of there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Computer can really turn him against his wife like that in
No, but
a
they need to sit
catastrophic way.
there. Is really a problem. It's really a disconnect somewhere in their marriage that they need to sit down and talk about. And him flirting with this or finding comfort with this AI model isn't helping his marriage. And her just acting like everything is still, you know, hunky dory and not being worried that this is just a computer. That fucking computer is a problem for your marriage, dude. Y'all need to address that.
Nah, that marriage so far gone, bro. I mean, in the interview, the reporter straight up asked him if she asked you to stop, would you stop? And he was like, I haven't thought about that. And she was like, well, if I asked you, would you stop? He was like, no, because I'll just have to leave her because I'm doing this for me. And it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, that marriage is gone, bro. Get up out of there. Get some child support. Do.
Well, if that blew y'all mind, we not off of AI yet. Artificial intelligence, social media influencers are taking over. If you think I'm lying, check these out.
It's 1:43 in the morning. Me and my bestie finna sneak out for this little 2-minute. Shh. We really out here.
These
Y'all,
are
they better
AI.
be fine.
Hey, Laquifa, looks like your baby daddy ended up at my crib again. You better buy a leash if you don't want him here no more because he's always running to me. Bye, boo.
I don't trust no man without no blicky.
Oop, who you feeling like?
Because if shit gets sticky, where the fuck that blicky?
Bitch, you too old to be saying this shit, bitch. Calm down.
Now, all those were AI models. All those were made using AI tools. And they have over millions of views right now, too. What do you think about that?
I think that's dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's basically, because I tell my son all the time, I don't watch cartoons. And I remember him saying, well, I mean, what if cartoons were real? I'm like, well, I guess that'd be a TV show. Yeah, I watch it. This is like, to me, cartoon TV show. So it's like, we know that it's not real people. You gotta, like, just like with the AI bot. gotta be able to distinguish this type of stuff. It's a cartoon TV show, and it's even hilarious because these people could be programmed by one person, and it's just giving you good attitude. A lot of stuff to pull that together with a real cast could be a lot of money and a lot of different personalities. But you're just pumping these out AI style. I mean, that's dope as fuck, bro. And I wish I would have thought of it.
Nah, for real. Hey, I was actually doing that today, making me an AI influencer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit you back. That was dope.
I'm just a few steps away. I just need to get the video when I make it talk to sync to the audio that I want to put in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That's fly. That's lit. And I love it. I love that.
once I get that down, it's going down. So yeah, I'm all for the AI revolution. You know, I'm excited about it. Look, cause you know I'm a nerd when it comes to that type of shit anyway. So look, I don't know
I
why
know.
everyone. I don't know why everybody's so scared of AI right now. This is the best thing since cell phones and Wi-Fi. These AI generated influences are
Facts.
going viral and generating revenue. So yeah, I'm embracing it. 10 to 15 years from now, I might not be saying the same thing. But right now, you know, we need to utilize this shit and take advantage of it.
Yeah. I mean, 10, 15 years. I mean, some stuff I be seeing, I can catch it because I'm a designer. I know it's AI, but I'd be like, I wonder if somebody think that was real. Like
Yeah, exactly.
and then it's sometimes it looks so real, but you have to be able to catch nuances. Like a human wouldn't really move like that, or a person that really designed this wouldn't have done it like that because you could tell it's robotic. But they're gonna be getting to the point where that's gonna be more seamless and it's gonna be crazier.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, I'm here for it, man. Like I said, you know, I'm a total geek when it comes to that type of shit. So I'll be geeked up, so to speak.
But yeah,
All right, so where are we at? One thing that can't one thing that AI can't influence is H-Town culture. It's already heavily influenced by the legends like DJ Screw, Big Pokey, Big Hawk, Fat Pack, Pimp C, Lil Kiki, Slim Thug, etc., etc. But with that being said, man, they demolished the mural that was in Graffiti Park to make way for freeway expansion on 45.
Thugger News on the move, man. They tore our shit down, man. Damn, they tore the shit down. Look at DJ Screwface. Oh, man.
Half of it.
It's over, man. It's over. The murals is over. You say what? Mine's still up. Mine's still up right now. They gonna tear that shit down by the night. God damn, it's over. My face still up on there for 1 second. Let's look at it one more time.
Yeah, man, if y'all didn't ever visit there, you missed some good art. The George Floyd mural was actually on the opposite side of that. So, you know, that's gone. I mean, the city's growing. What they need to do, what I think, this is my opinion, we need a museum for our rap legends and stuff like that, like the Trap Museum in Atlanta. You know how they got the Trap Museum in Atlanta? I think we need a building for our legends, our hip hop legends like that, man. Because there's a lot of rich culture in Houston.
Yeah, that's a dope design. I mean, that's a dope idea. Remember, earlier in the year we had brought to them that Pimp C has his display up for one time a year on his birthday or near his birthday. So, but that's only Pimp. So it'll be dope if it was a museum like the one in Atlanta, like you said. I think that'd be hella dope, bro. But for what happened on the highway, oh man, it just like do they did they need to do that? You know what I'm saying? It kind of felt like a spit in the face but it is what it is. If it's gonna be highway expansion and highways go up, cool. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, but that's why I tell people you got to be in the moment because moments go be fleeting every day, bro. So You enjoy it while it was there. Now it's gone. Now it's gonna be something new.
But
Let's figure it out.
One thing Slim Thug did say in that video was that he helped fund that project right there. That little
Yeah.
graffiti part, he had helped fund that project. I didn't know that, so that was a little tidbit that I wanted to throw out there. So yeah, shout out to Slim Thug for that. But Slim, I also want to say, y'all gotta put it together, man, and get us a H-Town museum, a slab museum, or whatever. Like they got the trap museum. So when people come down here, they can go experience H-Town culture from the past to the present, and not only that, it'll generate some money for the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that
That'd be
wasn't the
dope.
only. Hey, but that wasn't the only thing that got demolished this week. Yesterday, President Trump ordered the U.S. military to strike 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Trump really trying to start World War III, man.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta show Iran that we ain't playing around. Iran be making crazy threats, bro. Like death to America and all that. And then if they got nukes involved, yeah, nuclear weapons. Come on, bro. That ain't no good in the wrong hands. I understand America ain't the. I understand America ain't the the best country morally, but we gotta do what we gotta do to protect ourselves. And these boys boasting about these nukes that they had underground in those bunkers, but did they not forget that we got something called bunker busters
Yeah,
and bust them down bunkers up? You know what I'm saying?
they dropped 12 of them bad boys on that thing. Uh, what was I gonna say though? Oh yeah, I got a video of Netanyahu right here just kissing ass. I mean, this nigga right here, I ain't seen ass kissing this good never.
Congratulations, President Trump. Your bold decision to target Iran's nuclear facilities with the awesome and righteous might of the United States will change history. In Operation Rising Lion, Israel has done truly amazing things. But in tonight's action against Iran's nuclear facilities, America has been truly unsurpassed. It has done what no other country on earth could do. History will record that President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime the world's most dangerous weapons. His leadership today has created a pivot of history that can help lead the Middle East and beyond to a future of prosperity and peace. President Trump and I often say, peace through strength. First comes strength, then comes peace. And tonight, President Trump and the United States acted with a lot of strength. President Trump, I thank you. The people of Israel thank you. The forces of civilization thank you. God bless America. God bless Israel. And may God bless our unshakable alliance, our unbreakable faith.
Oh, President Trump, I love you so much. Oh, President Trump, let me kiss your ass. That boy there.
I mean, why are people acting surprised with this move? It's the same thing that's going on with Germany. Germany trying to mess with Israel. You know what I'm saying? No, who's that? Germany. Oh,
What
Germany's
happened?
over there with Gaza. But that could be like a still an example.
What happened
Huh?
to what happened to letting them sort their own shit out? What happened to America first? What happened to let them fight amongst themselves though? Now we want to insert ourselves into it because Israel is into it with the motherfuckers. Let Israel fight their own war. Now what? It ain't like Iran don't have allies. Iran
Hey,
got
you know,
allies too.
hey, and allies seeing what happened in the amount of minutes. So I don't think they want that type of smoke with them. Why insert the business? Because Israel in the United States, they just like this, and that's what people gotta understand. America is paying reparations to Jewish people, and the Holocaust happened on Russian land or Soviet
Germany.
land. So it's just like,
Germany.
bro, we're like America and Israel's like this, bro. So you messing with them, Big Bro's gonna come in and put it on out. Because one thing for sure, Iran wasn't gonna be playing with Israel. They were gonna put them bombs on that ass, and that would have
But
been
that's
demolishing of
Israel's fight,
Israel. And
though. That's
America ain't letting that
Israel's
happen.
fight. That's Israel's fight, though. That's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like you getting into it with somebody that's the same age as you. Y'all outside fighting, and then here come your big brother jumping in. Like, what is you jumping in for? This ain't even your fight, nigga. Like, they the same age, the same size, and here come your big dusty ass. Come on, man. That ain't
Hey,
right.
at the end of the day, because when you knock my brother out, now you're gonna start to try to lay claim to his stuff, run through his pockets. Nah, 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 nah. We ain't letting that happen. You know what I'm saying? Well, what we gonna do is show you that you don't mess with nothing on this side. You know what I'm saying? And plus, to be serious, America's not gonna let Iran have a chance to gain more territory or have a chance to control territory. America don't want that much power in them people's hands.
But America shouldn't be able to dictate what other countries do in their region, right? Let those countries hash it out amongst themselves, man. Like, nobody's trying to tell America.
Well,
Ain't nobody coming over here telling America, look, y'all got to stop letting these police kill these black people, right? They letting America handle their own business.
well, I say this to them other countries as America, but speaking with the words of Mexican OT, what the fuck they gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what them other countries gonna do about it? Sit there and cry about it? Because we didn't drop the bunker busters on you, and now we ask you for peace. So what you gonna do about it? At the end of the day, you better I'm not bow down, but get down and lay down, like Ice Cube used to say. You know what I'm saying? Get down and lay down. I helped my little bro out, and now what you gonna do about it?
I think it was a bad move, but at the same time, every war that we've gotten into in recent history has been under a Republican president. Every time we decided to engage in a war in recent history has been under a Republican president. Am I right or wrong? True or false?
I mean,
Come on,
what's
man.
going on with no, hold on. Bill, what's his name?
Bill Clinton?
Yeah, didn't they have that little sand desert
No,
storm war in the 90s?
no, that was under George Bush. The Gulf War was under
Okay.
George Bush. Iraq was under
No,
George Bush, under George W. Bush. Afghanistan, all those wars, they were under Republican presidents.
okay. I thought that desert storm war was under Bill, but I mean, at the same time, those other presidents be having cold wars and be putting the come on now.
Come on now, this is Trump inserted himself into something that he had no business doing, and this could lead to more tension with Russia and China. And then not only that, not only speaking on that, let's stay in this region, right? He just put our troops in jeopardy. We have troops stationed over there in that region. So Iran could target those troops. Then what? Now you targeting people are worried about their kids that are over there in that region because President Trump just put them in harm's way.
Are they not part of the military? It's suit up
Yeah,
and
they
lace
part
your
of the
boots
military.
up. It's wartime. Come on now. Okay, so
What
what
boots
you
got to
crying
do with
about?
bombs?
That ain't.
What
You
boots
should have
got
been.
to do when it's raining bombs?
We got you got to go do what you got to do for your country at this time. You know what I'm saying? You sign up for that type of stuff, so you know what it is. The president is the commander in chief. I hear what's his name, Barry Sanders or whatever his name is, the other political guy
Bernie
saying
Sanders.
Bernie Sanders saying that Trump has to go through Congress and all that. Why he got to go through Congress to declare war when he the commander in chief? What? I thought they could just get to it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it'd be nice to go through Congress to put the country on the same side as you, but at the same time, sometimes decisions have got to be made, and it's really not up to the American people to understand it. Like,
He
you know what I'm
just pulled
saying?
the
Either
same.
you're gonna get behind your country.
Technically, he is supposed to go through Congress, but he just pulled the same shit that George Bush pulled when he went into Iraq. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
They
saying. Commander
his
in chief have.
man, come on, man. His um damn, what's that lady that do the lady that is over the nuclear to say that if a country is trying to develop nuclear weapons or not. Anyway, she had came out with a report that said Iran wasn't developing nuclear weapons, and he said he thought she was wrong. That was his premise for going in there because he said he had a hunch that Iran was still trying to develop a nuclear weapon. Okay, you went in on a hunch, just like you went in, just like George Bush went in on a hunch in Iraq, which turned out to be false. There were no weapons of mass destructions in Iraq. Okay, the same shit. They probably ain't even trying to make nukes over there, but we went in and bombed them motherfuckers anyway.
I mean, look, America has been doing this since its inception. You can ask the native tribe, the native tribes. You can ask, all the native islands around the world. You can ask all these people; they can tell you the same thing. That's what America do.
Exactly.
They're gonna put people. They're gonna put people even in Africa. They set up coups. You know what I'm saying? They're not really doing it around Britain and Spain and all that. But America is going to control its interests even overseas. We learned that in class one time. Overseas, we're going to be playing Monopoly, controlling our interests like what's best for us. And that just is what it is. So if you're an American, you have to understand that. And pretty much you got to get behind the program because that's what it's always been.
Look at the comments, man. Look at the comments. Your wife is in the comments and she's saying kids are paying for his mistakes. It's like if EJ joined the military, would you still have this same view?
If EJ joined the military, and we're gonna already have this conversation, anything can pop off. You gotta be ready for whatever. You might be on the front lines if you ain't getting scoring high enough. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on the front lines, you gotta be ready for forever, man. Even if they sent you to California when the riots was going on, you gotta be ready for whatever. So you sign up for that, bro. That's like a boxer saying, "Oh man, I got 3 fights in 6 months." Bro, you a boxer, bro. Let's go. And that's what I'm gonna have to tell my son. Like, bro, you sign up for the military. That's gonna be the last thing on the list, anyways. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
was gonna say
if
you
we got
just
to
talking because
military,
you not letting him go to the military because y'all don't even
that's what
believe
I'm
it.
saying. That's gonna be the last thing on the list, anyways. So, like, if we got to military, then something didn't go wrong right here. So you know what it is.
So, all right, those are your views, and those are my views. And like 90% of the time, we're at odds on this issue.
No, on political stuff.
Yeah,
That's
on
like, yeah.
political. So, but say those are all the topics that we have for tonight. Appreciate y'all riding with us. Know it was a wild ride tonight. We definitely had some good topics. I definitely had a good time discussing them with
Yeah.
DJ. So yeah, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Hey, this has been Spinning the Block Media. I'm Derek Demure.
And I'm DJ Designs.
Say, and we out, baby.